Chúng ta tiếp tục với bài 6.26.
Constrain. Unit 26. Word list. Constrain. To constrain something means to limit its development.
Jim cannot join us because he is constrained by previous plans.
Depot. A depot is a bus or train station.
He waited for his mother to arrive at the depot.
Emulate. To emulate people means to imitate them because they are greatly admired.
As a small boy, he always tried to emulate his big brother.
Forefinger. The forefinger is the finger between one's thumb and middle finger.
He shouted, "There it is," and pointed with his forefinger.
Guts. The guts are all the organs inside a person or animal.
The doctor can tell you every process that happens in one's guts.
Inherent. When something is inherent, it is a natural part of something else.
Sweating is an inherent bodily function when exercising.
Intimidate. To intimidate means to frighten others.
My dad intimidates my friends whenever they visit.
Janitor. A janitor is a person who makes repairs and takes care of a building.
The school janitor cleaned up the messy cafeteria.
Moist. When something is moist, it is slightly wet.
The ground is still moist from the rain last night.
Nope. Nope is an informal way of saying no.
He asked if I had any money, and I had to say nope.
Prod. To prod means to push someone or something with a finger or pointed object.
The bully prodded me in the chest with his finger.
Ransom. A ransom is a sum of money paid to a kidnapper to set the person free.
He kidnapped the prince and demanded $1 million as ransom.
Restrain. To restrain someone or something means to use physical strength to stop them.
Mike restrained Alan from reaching the door.
Saliva. Saliva is the watery liquid in people's mouths that helps in digestion.
The baby could not keep the saliva from dripping out of its mouth.
Spit. To spit means to force liquid from one's mouth.
He emerged from the pool and spit water from his mouth.
Sprint. To sprint means to run very fast over a short distance.
The kids didn't want to be late to class, so they sprinted to the bus stop.
Stunt. A stunt is something that is done in order to get attention or publicity.
The man jumped over the cars as a promotional stunt.
Tolerant. When people are tolerant, they are approved of because they accept others.
The tolerant leader thought that everyone was equal, regardless of race.
Vampire. A vampire is a fictional monster that sleeps in a coffin and sucks people's blood.
The vampire snuck up on the woman and bit her in the neck.
Yawn. To yawn means to open one's mouth wide and breathe in air.
The child yawned and stretched her arms before bed for the night. The kidnapping. Anne was a very quiet girl who had an inherent fear of almost everything. The kids at school would play tricks on her all the time. They would hide behind the door of the school janitor's closet, then jump out to scare her. Once, a boy dressed up like a vampire and chased her down the street. Anne hated being constrained by her fears, but she didn't know how to be brave. She was walking home from school one day when someone came up behind her. Before she could turn around, a powerful man grabbed her. She couldn't scream because a huge hand was put over her mouth. Anne knew that this could not be another stunt by her classmates. The scary man restrained her arms and legs and carried her to his house. He tied Anne to a chair. Her guts began to hurt because she was so scared. The man prodded Anne with his forefinger and said, "You'll stay right here until I get a ransom from your parents. Then I'll be rich." The dirty man spit when he talked. A string of saliva hung from his moist lips. Anne was terrified and intimidated by the horrible man, but she knew she had to escape somehow. Eventually, the man yawned. Anne waited quietly until he fell asleep. As he slept, she carefully wiggled her arms and legs until the ropes became loose. She slipped out of the ropes and carefully opened the door. She sprinted to the bus depot and boarded a bus to the police station. She told the police what happened, and they arrested the kidnapper. The kids at school were amazed. They asked her, "Weren't you too scared to escape?" She said, "Nope, I knew that I had to be brave and get out of there." The kids were very tolerant of Anne from then on. They even decided that they would emulate her bravery if they ever got into a tough situation.